Hello, I'm Woodrow Wilcox. Thank you for visiting my website, citizenwoodrow.tv. On January 8, 2025, I went to Indianapolis. That was the first day of the opening session of the new state legislature. I went down there and talked to people about why I believed that the minimum wage in Indiana, which is right now only $2.13 an hour, should be raised. The main reason for that is because 213 is the minimum wage that existed in 1996 when I was a waiter. And I have several friends in Northwest Indiana who are waiters or waitresses at various restaurants. And they tell me how bad it is to work for 213 an hour plus tips. A friend of mine is Becky, who used to work at a restaurant on US 41, which is Indianapolis Boulevard, in Schererville, Indiana. She now works at a restaurant on US 30 in Merrillville, Indiana. She told me she hasn't picked up her last 5 checks because she knows they're all zero. She's living on the tips and not on any wages because she's not making anything to add up to a check. A young man who works at a restaurant on US 30 in Schererville, his name is David, and he told me that in his first 2 weeks of working, he got a paycheck for only $22 plus tips. And then another girl another woman whose name is Laura at a restaurant on US 30 in Schererville, Indiana. She came to me one night while I was a customer there, and she said that it was an unusual night, but in her first 4 hours of working, there were 3 tables that paid their bill but didn't leave her any tip. And the amount of the charges on the bills added to over $100. So she should have gotten at least $20, but she got nothing. And she figured, when you think about it, for those tables, I was working for $2.13 an hour. I know some time ago in the COVID crisis, one waitress told me that she was on the phone all night taking phone orders. That's what she was assigned. And she realized that all night she got no tips. So she was working for $2.13 an hour. Well, anyway, I'm trying to persuade members of the legislature to change the law and raise the minimum wage in Indiana from $2.13 an hour to something more reasonable. And I'm not dictating what that should be. I'm saying, think about it, consider it, listen to waitresses and waiters. I have nothing to gain. I'm not a waiter anymore. I'm just doing this because I hate seeing what's happening to younger people who are being waiters and waitresses. So here's some views of what I did at the state capitol. And the main thing I did is I asked them if I could go to the office area. What would be a good idea? Should I go to the office area and just leave a card for all the state legislatures? And somebody suggested, no, here today, you should write a note to the Republican Senate leader and the Democrat Senate leader and the Republican House leader and the Democrat House leader. So I went around. I talked with people. I was very pleasant. And I left messages or wrote out notes which said, please raise Indiana's minimum wage from $2.13. And then I stapled my card about my website, Citizen Woodrow, and how they could find some of the videos. I hope you look at this and also then contact your state legislator, Indiana Senate, and the Indiana House, and let them know what you think about raising Indiana's minimum wage. I'm Woodrow Wilcox. Thanks for watching.